to the debate desk, and this is not just a sports debate. This is a debate that you'll see on Fox and MSNBC, CNN. It's a political debate, but it has found its way into the sports world because Adrian Gonzalez, Padres first baseman, has decided that if he is voted to play in the 2011 All-Star Game, which is in Phoenix, he will boycott to make a statement against Arizona's new controversial immigration law. Major League Baseball Players Union has come out in opposition of this law as well. The question here for the debate, Rob, should Major League Baseball do anything about this? Major League Baseball is tied to the state of Arizona, not just with the All-Star Game, but also spring training.
Right, and of course they have a franchise.
Yes.
Right. Skip, I believe Major League Baseball should do something, should take a look at this situation, talk to the players involved, and try to come up with something that's going to work for everybody. And I know people, oh, it's a political arena. And I also want to say Adrian Gonzalez was born in California.
Right.
Because there's some talk, oh, well, he wasn't even, he's an American citizen. And he's a big-time player who stood up and took a stand. And the other thing, when people knock athletes for being able to take a stand, I think it's wrong, because that's you're a baseball player as a profession. He's an American citizen who has a point of view, and if Joe Blow from the post office can have say on something that affects his country, so can Adrian Gonzalez. So I want to say that. Major League Baseball absolutely should step in, because we've seen this happen before in the NFL. And you might not look at it as the same way, but 1990, the state of Arizona voted down the Martin Luther King holiday. The NFL came in and said, no Super Bowl for Arizona as long as you don't have this holiday. It gave the people of Arizona another opportunity to vote for it in 1992. The next year, the NFL awarded them the Super Bowl, and they played it in 1996. So the NFL has shown us that they were able to make something happen by talking to their players, who the Players Union was against playing the Super Bowl there without the holiday. So I believe baseball should indeed take a good look at this and make a decision.
Okay, quick thought on the Martin Luther King issue. That was an American heritage issue, and I was completely pro NFL. You got to say no to this. You got to stamp it out and take a stand against it. This is an orange to that apple to me. I don't pretend to know that much about the immigration laws. It's just what I read, and so I might be completely off base here, but just in theory, let's back off and look at this. This law, this act, merely allows the state of Arizona to better enforce the existing United States immigration laws, which have never been enforced much anywhere. It's pretty much wide open. The country of Mexico has very strict immigration laws that it enforces within its country, but clearly the state of Arizona shares a border with the country of Mexico. And the voters in Arizona, a majority of them, believe that they've had a growing problem of Mexican citizens illegally being transported or crossing the border into the state of Arizona. And it's not just taking our job kind of problems, it's gang violence is growing. And this is, again, just what I read, okay? Gang violence is growing, and some of it is attributed to the illegal aliens. Drug problem escalating in the state of Arizona. And the smuggling and exploitation of human beings, Mexican citizens across the border, is completely out of control, because they're abused and stuffed into trucks, and then they're just pushed out into the culture in Arizona with really no place to go. It's completely out of control, to the point that finally the voters in the state of Arizona said they're well aware of the risks that they were taking here, because they risk losing everything here. The Super Bowl, the spring training, and they said, we can't take this anymore. To defend our state, we need to take a stand just to enforce the existing laws. Okay, you with me on that?
I got you so far, but I do want to jump in.
Okay, so now you have some Latin players who are not U.S. citizens who are speaking out on this. And I respect Adrian Gonzalez. Like you said, he's born and raised in California. But we have some speaking out when they are allowed to come here, welcomed here, to make millions and millions of dollars, and then they're suddenly pointing to Arizona. And I'm not sure they know exactly what's going on and saying, that's outrageous, that's out of line. Okay, well, is it out of line? Because I think the voters of Arizona had the right to say, okay, we're going to sacrifice. We might lose a Super Bowl. We might lose an All-Star game. We might lose spring training. But we feel like this has gone too far and we have to take a stand. And a majority said that.
Overwhelming majority.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But the flip side to that is while you're enforcing this law, and I understand it, I don't think anybody about being illegal is being illegal, and I understand that. What you're infringing on is the rights of American citizens, and that's where
it's a tough
that's where the rub is.
Yeah.
So in trying to curb this thing, is it right to harass American citizens at a supermarket with their family and asking them whether or not
is
they're
harass
wrong
too
here?
strong a word?
Well, the question here is, and that is another issue, is harass too strong a word? But the real issue, you believe that Major League Baseball needs to do something. I think
good.
you're taking me.
I'm with good for baseball. I'm with good for baseball because they got, what are we up to?
28% Hispanic.
46% of the
you
minor
think
leagues.
that baseball needs to make this-
I'm okay with baseball taking a stand for a big portion of their players, but I'm also okay with Arizona saying we're willing to risk
If
losing it.
Major League Baseball said we're not having the All-Star game there, I would support Bud Selig and Major League Baseball. I would support them.
All right. Interesting topic. That's going to do it for Third Down. Coming up in Fourth Down, we'll go to